sweet crafters, it's Raven or Darling Craftily here for Sweetorials. Today I have a conversation heart inspired polymer clay pen tutorial for you guys. This pen is completely customizable, so feel free to substitute any colors, tools, or design aspects for whatever you wish. Everything I used can be found in the description box down below. First, you're going to need to pick out your clay colors. I chose a glittery yellow for my background, a dark green for the bow, and 4 of the common conversation heart colors. Make sure to have some of your favorite clay tools, some blades, blending tools, a needle tool, and optional some white chalk pastel. And you will need a rolling pin and or a pass machine used for clay only. First, I'm taking my background color of clay and rolling it thinly for the pen. You can do this with a rolling pin, but I prefer to use my pass machine, and I do it on the second thinnest setting. Next, you want to get your bakeable pen. I recommend BIC Ultra round stick grip, some pliers to assist in ink removal, and a spare paintbrush to replace the ink to make decorating easier. Take your pliers and remove the ink from the pen, since this cannot go in the oven. Using your blade, trim the yellow to create straight edges. Line up your pen to trim the correct amount of clay on the bottom. Then peel and roll your clay onto the pen. Trim the excess, then pinch the ends together and go ahead and blend. Now you can add the paintbrush to make things easier. Then roll it with a flat hand on your work surface to even out the clay. Be sure to pop any air bubbles with a needle tool or blade, then smooth it out. Gently keep doing this till the surface is smooth and round off the top of the pen. After you do this, you can trim the bottom of your pen to create a straight edge. The next step is to roll out all the clay colors you want to use for the hearts on your pen, as thick or thin as you wish, using a rolling pin or pasta machine. Then you want to make the hearts using either a heart cookie cutter or some paper cutouts. I decided to make my own, so I can have 2 different sized hearts on the pen. Cut out as many as you want for your design in various colors. Smooth out the edges if they're a little jagged and arrange on the pen as you wish. Slightly blend the edges of the heart onto the pen. I decided to stagger smaller and larger hearts. Now you want to add a ball of yellow to the top, flatten it, and blend it into the pen. You can slightly push this against your work surface to make it a little flatter. Next, take your clay you want to use for the conversation heart that will be on top of the pen and create a rounded triangle and use a tool to create the top curvature of a heart. Continue to reshape with your tool and your fingers until you get your desired shape. Use a blade to create flattened edges like the real conversation hearts. Optional, you can add a piece of wire and bacon bond for extra security for your pen topper. Once you have that in place, you can add the heart on there as well. Then you want to create the bow, and you can do this by hand like I did, or you can use a mold. I created it by using 2 balls of clay, and with each of them I made them into heart shape first by making them into a triangle, and then using my tool to create the top curvature of a heart. After I was done that, I added a couple of indents to both of them using my tool, then added them to the pen and secured them by blending. I created the center of the bow just with a ball of clay, and I rolled it slightly into a log and flattened it in place. You want to cut out a flattened strip of clay to add as the bow's ribbon. Add it from one side of the bow to the other, trim and blend a little. If you wish, you can add a little textured detail with either a needle tool or the back of your blade. To clean and smooth out your pen, you may use acetone or rubbing alcohol with some cotton swabs. Be sure to use a new swab for every color of clay. To add a bit of a matte finish and make painting easier, you could shave some chalk white pastels and dust it onto the hearts of the pen, but this is optional. Remove the paintbrush, and now it's time to bake. I bake my pen at 265 degrees Fahrenheit in a regular oven for 15 to 25 minutes. Be sure to adjust the temperature and baking time as needed for your pen and oven. After your pen is cool, it's time to paint. I chose to go with the conversation hearts that have hot pink writing, but you can use whatever color you wish for this. Go ahead and paint on your favorite sayings on all the conversation hearts. To add on some extra detail and flair, I also added some polka dots to the background in the colors I chose for the hearts but in pastel, as well as the hot pink. Then it's time to glaze. I recommend a polyurethane or varathane glaze on your pen, or you could even use resin. I did 6 layers for some extra shine. You can choose to use a matte or satin glaze on the hearts for a more realistic look if you wish. Once the glaze is all dry and you're happy with your pen, it's time to put the ink back in. This is how my pen came out. This is something super fun to make and use. Again, you can customize it however way you would like. If you like this pen tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for more pen and polymer clay tutorials. All those links and more can be found in the description box below. Let us know in the comments, what is your favorite conversation heart saying? Be sure to subscribe to Sweetorials for more crafty DIYs. Thank you all so much for having me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!